Welcome back to Mohawk Valley Living TV. Today I'm here at the Adirondack Bank Center with Naughty. Hi, Naughty. We're going to be sitting down with Joe Benson from the Utica Comets to get an update of what's going on with the team. And then we're headed to Steet Ponte to check out the new Lincoln Nautilus. This car is unbelievable and I can't wait for you to see it. But first, we're heading to the Stanley Theater to sit down with Danielle Padula and talk about everything coming up for Broadway Utica. I feel like when you walk in, you're literally transported back in history.
You are.
Right?
From the Titanic staircase to the velvet seats, like there's just no better view, no better place in downtown Utica than the Stanley.
There really isn't. And as you know, I came from outside New York City. So I had my share of Broadway shows, off-Broadway. And when I moved up here, this was one of the things for me that became so important, that I had this accessible, right? I didn't have to drive an hour, 2 or 3. I had Broadway quality shows right at my fingertips in Utica.
Absolutely. It really is a blessing. It's such an outlet for us creatively and to express ourselves, but you can come here for many things, whether it's a holiday show, a dance recital, a graduation. Schools have their prom here, so I think we're really, really lucky to have such a space that transforms into whatever you want it to be. We have a beautiful space here that really can be whatever it needs to be.
I love that. And really, for the community, it's a huge asset. So I came here for Sound of Music. I was blown away. I mean, literally, you're transported to Broadway.
Absolutely. That was an equity tour. So for us
phenomenal.
to even get that caliber of tour, to have it was 12 tractor trailers that were able to come. So think about the loading and the loading dock and backstage. It's not. At one point, we were loading in from the street. The front doors, the same doors that you walked in today, at one point was bringing shows in. And they underwent a huge transformation and a big renovation a couple decades ago, and it's changed the quality of the shows that we can bring here at Broadway Utica.
That's amazing. So next one up is literally my favorite Christmas movie. We watch it Christmas Eve, we watch it again Christmas Day on that 24-hour run. But A Christmas Story.
Yes, and talk about just going back in times, right? It's set in the 1940s. What you see on TV is what you'll see on stage, just set to music. It's great for all ages. It's a wonderful night out. It's a way to kick off the holiday season. But I think I'm most proud that they chose Utica to tech here and kick off their national tour. So they'll move in on November 3rd, but they won't perform till the 11th and 12th.
So that's when they're really practicing, kind of finalizing everything, getting everything right, doing the tech part. And then we see that premiere, really.
Correct. And it's the first time all departments come together.
Okay.
So right now, as we speak, the actors and actresses are performing and practicing in the city. The lighting crew is somewhere else. The musicians are elsewhere. This is the first time that all departments are coming together. So while they've been in rehearsals for several weeks, next week, when they load in on the 3rd, is really when they all come together. Which is incredible.
Out kinks and kind of figure it out, and it all kind of comes together in that phenomenal show we're going to see.
Yeah, and you can't even walk through this theater. Like there are cases everywhere, there's people everywhere, the creative team comes up, the agents come up, the conductors. I think it's really cool to see that you'll see like live welding going on the stage. Like, okay, this piece will fit in Utica, New York, but it may not fit at their next stop. What do they have to transform in that tech rider? What do they need to make work? When the costumes come on stage, can the person in the last row see them? What do they need to change? So it is every single piece of the production and every single piece of this theater that really takes up space to make sure it's perfect for when they start their tour.
That's fantastic. So are there still tickets available for A Christmas Story if somebody doesn't have them yet, but they want to make sure they're here for that show?
There are. There are tickets available still for both performances.
Great.
We are very blessed with nearly 3,000 seats. So while we always say there probably is a ticket available just because of the amount of seats we have, but to get that up close and personal experience, you're going to get them sooner because it is selling very well.
Okay, so we are getting on this. We're going to get these tickets, and then we go to A Christmas Story, really kind of the first thing for me that's going to put me in the holiday spirit. And then after that, we have Clue coming, which I will tell you is a huge family favorite for our family in terms of, you know, playing a game. We play with other families as well. I think it's one of those games where you are kind of like, it's obviously interactive, but you're thinking, right?
Yeah, and it's fast. So when I pick shows and bid on shows, I try to get something for everybody. So this is not a musical, it's a play. It's 80 minutes, no intermission.
Nice.
It is fast, it's perfect for the whole family, it's interactive, it's quick thinking, and it's something that I think a lot of generations know. right? So like you could have played Clue with your grandparents, you could play Clue with your children today, you could have seen Clue as a musical in your high school. So we have the play production, 80 minutes, like I said, no intermission. It's quick. You have to pay attention. You're on the edge of your seat. It's interactive, and I think it'll keep you guessing the whole entire time.
It's kind of in line with like the murder mystery dinner theater, that type of
Yes.
thing. So kind of we're pulled into the whole, you know, figuring out who it was, right?
Figuring it out who it was. And I'm still trying to figure it out.
I was going to say, do you know?
I don't know. I am going to go see it before it comes in another
Okay.
city. But there's been talk that the ending can change each time.
I love that.
So I'm curious to see when I see it in a couple weeks at another city, and
Yeah.
then when we see it here, what will change. And that's another show that just teched and started their launch.
Okay.
So I'm excited to see the process unfold from October to December when they come on the 14th and 15th.
Then after that, again, you're hitting all of my favorite like movies and games and shows, I will tell you, because Mrs. Doubtfire, I know everyone, you know, it's all about the hello. For me, it's about the drive-by fruiting. That is my favorite line, and I use it like on a kind of regular basis. My kids are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's a drive-by fruiting.
Yeah.
Throw the fruit. But that's
so
coming up
funny.
too. So what are the dates for Mrs. Doubtfire?
Mrs. Doubtfire is March 3rd and 4th, 2 performances that is expected to nearly sell out, especially with the amount of school groups
Yep.
that have expressed interest in that. And I think for me, I've seen that show a handful of times now. It's a family favorite. It's one that I idolized when it was on Broadway. But I think everybody's going to be impressed when they see the fast like set changes and costume changes. They do it all right on stage. So
Really?
the infamous like, I'm coming, when he talks to the social worker that's checking on him, and then the pie in the face, and then back to Mrs. Doubtfire, that all happens on stage.
Amazing.
So the kid in me is excited to see it,
Yep.
back from the 90s, but also the theater lover in me is like, what talent?
Yes, to be able to do that.
To do that and be in front of a live audience and know people are watching you, dress from one to the other, and you have to make your lines, and you have to be on one side of the stage to the other, and live props. It's just incredible. So Mrs. Doubtfire, we're really, really thankful to have them come, because that was definitely a hard one to secure.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was a popular one, so we're paying a little more.
Okay,
but it's worth it. It's
and
worth
again, get your tickets to that, because that's going to sell out.
That's
We're not
good.
waiting till February to buy those
We're
tickets.
not.
We're buying them now.
Yep, they're on sale actually the first week in November.
Okay, and can you still get like partial season tickets? Could someone still buy the remaining shows?
You can. So you can buy from A Christmas Story to Clue, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Kinky Boots, or you can pick and choose your show. Like, we understand that people have conflicts, and we don't want them to jeopardize maybe seeing something that they want to see or losing out on that seat. So you can pick anywhere from 2, 3, or 4 shows currently.
Amazing. Okay, so then after Mrs. Doubtfire, we've got Kinky Boots.
Yes.
Which I feel like a lot of people who aren't familiar with the show, tell me a little bit about it.
It's really how a pair of shoes can change your life. It's about a shoemaker and a factory and having hopes. And if a pair of shoes can change your life, then let them. And I think it's important. It's a great sense of community. It's people around you being supportive, but also doing what makes you happy. And this is the first show that I worked with Broadway Utica on in 2016 as when I had my event planning company. And we did a lot of press around it and VIP packages, and we gave back, and we worked a lot with the Q Center. So to see this 10 years later come to life, it's really an incredible story. It's made for everybody, but it's also those ones that I look at when I'm bringing in The Sound of Music, that speaks to maybe one generation. This one is going to speak to another. And we have a lot of programs that bridge the gap with that. So we have seniors in high school and seniors citizens that sit together, and that's one of the shows that they're going to sit together for, to really appreciate the history. So they sat together at Sound of Music, and then we really picked Kinky Boots. 1, because I felt pulled to it, from 10 years ago, but 2, I think it's important for all generations to understand the messaging in there and how you have to truly be who you want to be and express yourself and be confident in that role.
Well, thank you so much. I think we got a great overview of kind of what's coming.
We're really excited. We're making a splash in the community. We're really committed to our youth and giving back to our community, and that's a big piece of why we had 2 tech shows this year.
Danielle, thanks again for
Thank
having
you.
me here in this beautiful, beautiful space, and I can't wait to see A Christmas Story and then Clue and then everything else after that. I will definitely be here.
We'll be waiting, for sure.
The November issue is out on newsstands. Make sure to pick it up, and also check out more content on MohawkValleyLiving.com. Next up, the new voice of the Utica Comets. I'm sitting down with Joe Benson. Then I'm at Steet Ponte checking out the Lincoln Nautilus.
You can actually lock your keys in the car and then unlock it with the codes. So if you're off-roading or at the beach, or you can just throw the keys in there and not have to worry about the keys, and unlock it and lock it right back up on the door.
To catch up on anything you've missed so far, full episodes of Mohawk Valley Living TV are available on YouTube. You know, this for you is a family business. You've grown up around this, right? When are your first memories of walking into dealerships? I mean, tiny?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was, I mean, probably was a baby, which I don't remember, but I mean, like early childhood memories, I remember, you know, like 3 and 5 years old, visiting my dad and my grandfather and my great uncle. Yeah. My dad kept their office exactly the same, so it's at United Auto Sales, our used car store. So it's been our whole life.
So Mike, this job started at 7:45 a.m. When's it going to be done?
They will be done with this today. It will be done probably by about 5:30, 6-nail pattern, everything like that, to the highest quality.
Wow.
Highest quality. So when you guys call us, I can take your address, put it into a satellite mapping system, and they will shoot beams down from the sky. And they will measure your roof with 15%, waste on it, right down to the last T.
Even since I've been here, healthcare has changed in this area. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. We have raised the level. The better trained subspecialty doctors are coming back to have access here. Lots of patients would go to Syracuse, Albany, Boston, Rochester, and the truth is that has changed. We really need to promote our internal referral and environment to our area.
How is it with all of you, your sisters and your daughters and everyone working together to create something really special and to move the business forward?
It's been a blessing, honestly. We work so well together. People are surprised at how well we work together. We know how important it is not only to our family, but our family of employees that we take very good care of, and we really, pay attention to their needs. And then our customers and our community, we really do a good job of making all of those things important.
Welcome back to Mohawk Valley Living TV. Today I am here at the Adirondack Bank Center with Joe Benson. Hi, Joe.
Carrie, thanks for having me again.
Thanks for coming back. I am so excited to talk about where we are. As you know, I've been to every single game, and I am cheering them on. It's been a little slow start, but the energy in the room this past week. You obviously had all the mascots around doing trick-or-treating with the kids, but there was definitely some naughty stuff going on. I saw people get popcorn dumped on them, all sorts of, yes. So naughty was astronaughty that night, but definitely naughty.
Yeah, he's an interesting one. I mean, you never know what's going to happen with naughty, but it's great to have a passionate mascot like that who's out here interacting with fans, and we had a bunch of mascots on Frights and Flights night, like you mentioned, so that was a lot of fun.
It adds a lot of fun for the kids and the grown-ups. So what's up next?
Friday will be our Muzzies and Mullets night, which is kind of like our Hockey Fights Cancer night. So that'll be a special night, kind of honoring and respecting and recognizing all those folks that are out there fighting those individual battles. There's going to be this family, the Pruitt family, who's going to do our ceremonial puck drop, and Hillary has been battling breast cancer. They have a young son. It's a sad story, obviously, but just they're a component of the Comets community. They've been season ticket holders for a few years, and on a positive note, they've still been coming out to a lot of games, and I think the community here and all the friends they've made have given her a reason to keep fighting. So she's going to be recognized on Friday night, as well as the entire Pruitt family, so that'll be a special moment.
I actually covered the family in my November issue, which is on newsstands right now, and there's actually a fundraiser on November 8th in support of Hillary. It's at Jennifer Ellis Styling Studio in Marcy. So if anyone wants to go out and, buy tickets for baskets, or, there's a chicken barbecue, I know the entire community is really surrounding this incredible family and trying to lift them up and support them. So I love that you guys are doing that as well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I think this game will be a bright spot in what's been a tough battle for her and her family.
Definitely.
On November 11th, Tuesday, November 11th, that'll be our first weeknight game. We've been doing kind of a college schedule here these first few weeks with only weekend games. That'll be our first weeknight game. That'll be another big one, offering complimentary tickets to all veterans. As a lot of people know, veterans are a huge part of the Utica community. We have a few veterans here in our staff. Rick Redmond, who's the COO of the Adirondack Bank Center, Andy Starcheski, the GM over at Nexus, just to name a couple. So that'll be a cool event to recognize folks who have made so many sacrifices for our country and community. There'll be a pregame ceremony at 3 p.m. That's an earlier game. It's 5 p.m. So, kind of a nice opportunity for families to maybe make it out here. And then on the 14th, we'll have a night honoring Jack Kane, who recently, unfortunately, passed away. He was one of the original members of the Clinton Comets team from 1960 to 72. All-time leading scorer in franchise history for them. I never had the pleasure of meeting him. Heard he was an amazing guy, and I know he was so important to the Comets family and the whole community here. So that'll be a special night, recognizing him with a pregame ceremony, some merchandise, kind of celebrating him. So a lot coming up here on the schedule, and obviously more to come throughout the season.
And I know Jack Kane's banner and photo is actually in the arena, so for anyone coming to the games, they could see when he was here and when he played and all of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got that coming up. Anything going on with the players? Anything new? Anyone coming up? Coming down from the Devils? Come on, give us some of those players.
Yeah, so we recently had Nico Dawes get sent back down to us. He was up in New Jersey for a couple weeks with one of their goalies was hurt for a little bit, so we got him back recently, which is good because he's a phenomenal goaltender. Brian Hallinan is still up in New Jersey. Seamus Casey was down here in Utica for a little bit, played a game, and then got called up to New Jersey. He was kind of coming back from an injury, but he's a guy in the Devils pipeline that people should be excited about. We just signed a guy that played here 2 years ago in Utica, Kyle Criscuolo, more of a veteran player. He won a Calder Cup several years ago at the Grand Rapids Griffins in Michigan. So he's got a lot of experience, a lot of playoff experience. So I think that's a guy that's going to bolster the roster. And a lot of young guys this year. I know it's like we said, it's been a little bit of a slower start than the team and fans would have liked. But I think it's I think they're gonna turn it around. It's just taking a little bit more time here.
And we're still very early in the
course.
season.
Yep.
I mean, we're just getting started.
Right.
So
Yep.
it's going to turn around. And I think with all these great players, and also just with the spirit of everything we have going on with all the theme nights for Hillary Pruitt, for the veterans, and everything else, I think the excitement's going to be in the arena, in the Odd.
Absolutely, and just going off the more stuff with the players, kind of off the ice, Carrie. They've been very involved in the community, which has been great to see. They've been out at several schools here these past few weeks doing, we call it like our Cool to Be Kind series. It's kind of about like anti-bullying and just being nice to each other. So the couple of the players have been great getting in front of, it's been mostly grades 4 through 6 at various schools, but great to get in front of a younger audience, be a good influence on these kids. We'll have a few reading sessions coming up over the next few weeks, youth skates, players getting out there on the ice. We'll have our annual turkey drive coming up the week of Thanksgiving, so that's a big event. The whole team participates in that. Lots going on in the community, which is great to see.
That's great. You've only been here a couple months. So what's your impression? What do you love to do? Favorite restaurant? What have you been experiencing here in the Mohawk Valley?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, first of all, the people have been amazing. All the people here are so friendly. The people, not only the people I work with, but all the fans I've met and just the people generally in the community that I have met away from the rink. There's a real passion for hockey here, which I think is unique. Even though the Comets, even though this franchise has only been around since 2013, hockey extends way back before that. I mean, we mentioned the Clinton Comets. They were around in the 50s and 60s. So there's a real hunger for hockey here. There's a true passion for it. It's palpable when you're here at the games. And I guess in terms of some of my favorite things to do, there's a ton of good. I mean, great food scene here in Utica, especially the Italian restaurants here. Recently picked up golf. A lot of nice golf courses around here. Those days are dwindling now with it getting into the fall, but
You've been enjoying that as well.
Yeah, it's nice to get out there while the weather's still nice and it's not too cold yet to get out there and enjoy the course. So yeah, those are a few of the things. I'm not a huge lake person, but there are some nice lakes up here. I mean, we did a staff retreat up in Old Forge towards the end of August, so that was awesome. And you know, I think a lot more will be on my list come the off season to explore and whatnot. But it's been great here so far.
Don't forget, the November issue is out right now. You can find out where to get it on MohawkValleyLiving.com. We're headed to Steet Ponte to check out the new Lincoln Nautilus. So Garrett, I'm already obsessed with the wheel alone. So I've never seen anything like this. What is going on? The wheel is not round.
Correct. The idea behind that is all for driver comfort and driver visibility. So obviously, let's talk about the elephant in the car here first. Is this giant panoramic 48-inch display here. Now, you don't get the classic driving cockpit here, so having that smaller, more lined steering wheel kind of gives you a better angle so that you're not trying to see over a round object in front of you.
Especially when you're a little height challenged like I am. I mean, that does help. I mean, I could move I did see this. I've got all electric seat, back,
everything's
forth,
powered.
up and down. Absolutely love that. But yes, I mean, I've never seen anything like this.
It's beautiful.
So this is basically like my iPhone apps, like my first page of my iPhone where I have all my apps, I can drag and select to see what's most important to me, so it's very individualized.
Correct. You've got Apple CarPlay, you've got Android Auto, you have Alexa in here. It's a very, very smart car in here.
So I can ask Alexa questions on the way. I could even, if I have it set up at home and I link it, could I add stuff to my grocery list?
You can definitely do that. I would say easiest way is through the app.
Yeah.
Same thing, you can talk to Siri through the app and she can connect right to your phone and help you out with anything.
I love that. I mean, everything is beautiful in here. I mean, just from like sturdy, heavy duty, even from closing the door and feeling the heaviness and thickness of the door. But I feel that here too. I mean, everything is just really beautiful. So we have the hazard button. Let's just do that for fun. All right, hazards on, hazards off. And then obviously for me, and I know there's other things you want to show me, but for me, storage is a huge thing.
Right.
So one thing I always look for, and I haven't been able to find in all the cars I've had, is storage for a handbag. And I do see you have that under here.
Yeah.
So I can throw my bag under. It's not necessarily sitting here. It's not in the back where I can't reach it. But there is storage under here, which I absolutely love.
Lincoln actually sells cartridges that are small electronic cartridges, and they call it Lincoln Digital Scent.
I heard about this.
So what this does is you can say goodbye to your dollar store air fresheners, your things hanging in the mirror. You put them in there, connect them, and then we're going to go to our screen here.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to Digital Scent.
So you've got kids in the back after sports practice, and all the moms know what I'm talking about. It stinks. So literally, you just get that pumping on high before the kids get in the car, and you're good to go.
And another neat thing is, now that we're talking about climate control here, you'll probably notice that in every other car, there's climate controls to move things. You'll notice those aren't here. So how it works in the Nautilus is we're going to go to climate here. And these white knobs here, this is how you can control where the air flows.
Wait a second. So this is actually not just, I mean, obviously I can turn it down, turn it up, but this is directional and it's all electronic.
It's all electronic.
I've never seen anything like this.
Well, it gets even cooler because if we go here, you can do on body, off body, completely close it. If you hit motion, and look in these air vents here, they're kind of isolating and moving to kind of control an even airflow.
You don't have the cold feet, you've got it kind of moving. The other thing that struck me as interesting and I've never seen before is the way you open the car.
So you just open it by that lever, and that, again, it's all electronic. So this is the electronic popper. You just hit it and it kind of goes hand in hand with the electronic outside as well.
Okay. And what about the speaker system? I mean, we might have to turn it up for a minute.
So the speakers in this are really good. This particular trim has the upgraded Revel sound system.
Okay.
And if you're into music, you're
really
going to like it.
All right. What music do you have on right now if we're going to turn it up and get a little...
Let's see. Let's put on something that's...
All right, we're not putting
How about
music
like
on.
house music?
So we've got the speakers, we've got basically, I mean, I've never seen anything like it in terms of the digital controls, especially with airflow. Is that even in another car? I've never seen it before.
Not that I've seen.
But I will tell you one other thing, because watch my videos, this whole dashboard and the way it's flat, if you are sitting in a parking lot, you're waiting for your kids, you're waiting for your husband, whatever you're doing, right? You kind of have like a little table up here.
You
right?
could definitely bring it to Chick-fil-A and kind of just chill. And if you got the
love
optional
it.
massaging seats and the
Yes.
rejuvenate feature, you can kind of just,
You're chilling.
it's a little spa in your car.
Yeah.
It seems like we've talked about it for way too long, and it seems like you're really liking it. So I think we should just stop talking and take the test drive.
All right, let's go. So that's it from Steet Ponte Ford Lincoln. We will see you next time on Mohawk Valley Living TV. Let's go, Garrett. You ready?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. So that's it for another episode of Mohawk Valley Living TV. I'd like to thank Danielle from Broadway Utica, Garrett from Steet Ponte, Joe Benson from the Utica Comets, and of course, my friend Naughty. Thanks, Naughty. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. To catch up on anything you've missed so far, full episodes of Mohawk Valley Living TV are available on YouTube. The November issue is out on newsstands. Make sure to pick it up and also check out more content on MohawkValleyLiving.com.